a large section of the population. We wish it didn't, but they do. Also, since you're a constitutional authority, the other objection being raised, sir, is to the presence of the Prime Minister at Bhumi Pujan. There are politicians who have said, why does the Prime Minister of India need to go for the Bhumi Pujan of a temple? Constitutionally, how do you respond to this objection?
You know, if you consider a purely religious function, then one can raise the objections. But if this is not so much religion, it has more to do with the culture of India. It has more to do with the civilization of India. Can you imagine the Indian culture and civilization without Ram? If it has to do with the civilization, I will give you another example. Look, all the national mottos, the mottos of the university, mottos of the national institutions, who had given those names? They were given in the early 50s. Who was the Prime Minister? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. And out of 150 mottos, more than 150 mottos, which I collected for various national institutions, they are either from the Vedas or some Upanishadic lines. So have they been used because these lines, they have some religious significance because they come from Vedas and Upanishad, or these lines because they speak of great wisdom? When you have these two lines on the main dome of the Parliament House, Ayam nich paroveti garna lagu cheta sam udar charita nam tu vasudev kutumkam. This is on the main gate of the central hall. And then almost on every gate of the Parliament House, there are lines from Vedas, there are lines from Upanishad. Are they there because they are rooted in religion? No, they are rooted in wisdom. They are rooted in Indian civilization and culture. That is the point which I was making earlier. The question is from which prism you are looking at the whole thing. If you are looking at it from the Western prism, from the Semitic prism, then what is going to happen in Ayodhya is a religious function. But if you look at it from the Indian prism, from Indian paradigm, then it has less to do, rather nothing to do with religion. It has a lot to do with Indian civilization and culture. Indian civilization and culture is not legacy of just one denomination of India. Indian civilization and culture is the legacy of every denomination. A person may belong to any denomination. If I am an Indian, that is my heritage. That is my legacy. And I am not the first who is saying it. Much before me, much before me, more than 100 years back, Sir Sayyid, when he was given a reception by the Arya Samaj in Gurdaspur, while replying to this address, he made the complaint. If I use his own words, he said, "Mujhe aapse shikayat hai. I have a complaint against you. Why don't you call me a Hindu? Hindu is not a religious term. Hindu is one who is born in India." This is what Sir Sayyid had said.